Sil has just landed at the King Shaka International Airport for his vacation after a long 6 months of divorce proceedings. As soon as he lands, he remembers that he hasn't booked a room for his stay. So, he rushes to the world's famous Shandu Lux Hotel to book himself a room. Meanwhile, we have Georgia, who's planning to meet her fiancé tomorrow in Durban, so she decides to book a hotel room online for tonight. She visits the Shandu Lux website to book and finds one single room. Room 115. Sil gets a room 115 and the key card, and he goes to the room to leave his stuff and explore the city. Georgia also gets the room 115 and receives a confirmation email. And later that day, Georgia arrives at the hotel to check in, only to find that the room is already occupied.
Mr. Sil and Miss Jor, it seems like our system is faulty. Mr. Sil was booked into the room earlier, but the room actually belongs to Miss Jor. We're very sorry. We will rectify this issue swiftly.
The scenario we have just seen is an example of a lost update. Georgia went online to book the room and the clerk booked a room for Sil. So this happened simultaneously and they found the same room in the database. Which means the availability status of the room was the same for both Georgia and the clerk. Why? Let's use this diagram to understand the problem much better. This diagram shows the start and end of each booking. As we can see that Georgia started the booking first. Now when Georgia is done booking, the room is assigned to her and the database updates the room availability and sends the proof. But this does not change the value on the clerk's side since she started the transaction before the room was assigned to Georgia. So when the clerk finalizes the booking, the room is then assigned to Sil, which means the previous update is lost. Suppose there are two transactions T1 and T2, Georgia's and the clerk's transactions respectively. Priority will be given to Georgia's transaction, then the clerk's transaction. This means that the field will be locked once Georgia has access to it. And the clerk will have to wait till Georgia is done with the field.